we have been all over Australia, but we have never been this far north. And as the old saying goes, when you're in Bundaberg, you drink rum. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm Aleisha, and this is the Cellar Door Australia. North of Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast lies Bundaberg. Surrounded by amazing beaches, it's not only the gateway to the Great Barrier Reef, it's also the historic home of sugarcane and, of course, Bundaberg Rum. Today, I'm visiting this Queensland icon to find out how it all began. First up, I'm meeting Duncan for a quick tour. Duncan, thanks for having us. Tell me a little bit about where we are today.
So Aleisha, it's great to have you here at the iconic Bundaberg Rum Distillery. We are standing in one of our retired maturation warehouses, and today we're going to take you on a bit of a distilled tour through our site, but also to just give you a small snapshot of the highly acclaimed tourism attraction that we've got here as well.
Fantastic. Well, let's not waste any time. Let's go check it out.
Let's have a look.
So Duncan, where are we starting here? What are these beautiful wooden things?
So these are called vats, and each one of these vats holds around 75,000 litres of rum.
Whoa.
And we have around 220 of these on site. We decided that we didn't actually need these ones anymore, so we decided to convert this maturation warehouse into our distillery museum. And so these vats are not just great for maturing Bundaberg rum, but they're also too fantastic for telling people just a little bit about our story.
So in the past, I'm guessing this would have been full of rum.
That's right. So this vat is actually standing in the original spot that it was when it was maturing rum. These are held together with no glue, no nails. They're made of American white oak. We ship that wood from the Appalachian Mountains over here to Australia. Our local cooper cuts the wood they're called staves. They cut at a series of angles. We put them together. We put these big steel hoops around them. They tighten the hoops. We fill them with water. They leak like a sieve for a little while, but eventually the wood swells, and that's when they're watertight and we can start maturing Bundaberg rum.
Amazing. All right, let's have a little look at what else is around.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Hello, Bundaberg.
Back in 1888, the sugar industry here in Bundaberg was booming, but one of the byproducts you get from refining sugar is a product called molasses. And there were a group of sugar millers. They had so much molasses, they didn't know what to do with it, so they decided to call a very important meeting. And where's the best spot to have a very important meeting?
At the pub.
At the pub.
Yes.
You are right. So 1888, these sugar millers met down at the Royal Hotel, and luckily for us, the best idea on the day was to build a rum distillery right next door to the sugar refinery. Look, sounds like a pretty obvious solution to a pretty sticky problem, but who hasn't had a good idea when you're having a few rum and colas with your mates down at the pub? There was a big fire here in 1907 and in 1936, and in both cases, these fires actually burnt the distillery down to the ground.
Gosh.
But something that we're very proud of is that off the back of both of those fires, the team have rebuilt the distillery right here on the same spot. Every drop of Bundaberg rum has been made at this site and only this site since 1888.
Okay, that's impressive, but you still haven't answered the most important question. Why the polar bear? Okay, so when I think of Bundaberg, bizarrely, I think of a polar bear. Why?
Well, so look, this is our mate, Bundy Bear, and back in 1961, there was a guy called Sam McMahon, who was the brother of Prime Minister Billy McMahon, who started working with the brand, and Bundaberg rum was pretty much only sold in the state of Queensland. So Sam's job was to take Bundaberg rum national, and so he had this idea that if you put a picture of a polar bear on the front, it would symbolise when you're a little bit chilly down in New South Wales and Victoria, have a nip of Bundy, it's going to warm you up.
Well, it's really stuck, and we've seen him in many different situations and scenarios over the years.
What we love about Bundy our Bear is he's always there to help out a mate in need, and that's what we love about him, and that's why he's going to stick with us.
I like him. Thanks for your service. Okay, now let's see some rum. If only there was a giant display. Ah, here we go. Duncan, this is very impressive. A wall of rum. Tell me what I'm looking at here.
So look, there are over 1,000 unique bottles of Bundy on this wall, and what I love about this wall is it really tells our history with our bottle. So this brand's been around for more than 130 years now. Now, over that time, one thing that has never changed is Bundaberg Original. That's always been made to a time-honoured tradition. However, in our 130-year-old history, we've had many limited editions, we've explored many different rums, and pretty much all of those rums are sitting in this wall.
As well as the good old original, there's a showcase of all the premium rums.
This kind of shows the journey of when we started exploring the world of premium rum, where we experimented with different rums in different barrels just to see how those react and what we could create. And what we're really proud of is that we have created rums that have rivaled some of the very best from around the world, and that gets us really excited.
Oh, I'm excited. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more rum-fueled action after the break. I'm at Bundaberg Rum in Queensland, and it's time to head into the distillery for some behind-the-scenes action. Next up, I'm meeting Ty to see how it's all made, and we're starting in the Molasses Shed. Ty, this is a unique experience for me. I'm smelling a lot of smells, I'm seeing a lot of gooey things. Where are we?
Yeah, so we're in our front molasses well, one of 3 molasses wells that we have on site, and this is where we store the molasses that we get supplied from the Bundaberg sugar mill next door. Yeah.
So it's very important, I assume, rum, molasses go together.
They do, yeah. It's our main ingredient that we use in the rum making process. There's only really 3 ingredients: molasses, water, and the yeast.
So tell me about this room. So I'm looking at it, it looks sticky, it looks amazing. How deep is the molasses here? And also, I'm assuming there's more of it to come.
Yeah. So this well here holds about 6,500 tonnes
Wow.
of molasses. It's a little bit low at the moment, down around the metre mark. It comes up to about 4 or 5 metres deep when it's full. And all of this molasses comes from Bundaberg sugar next door as a byproduct of the sugar refining process.
You're basically doing us a favour.
Absolutely.
Environmentally, this is a
exactly
community
right.
service.
What better thing to do with it than make something as wonderful as Bundy rum.
I'm assuming in summer this gets pretty hot.
Yeah, it is. You know, we're in the middle of winter at the moment or thereabouts, and in summer about 65 degrees in here. So much more pleasant at this time of the year.
How much time do you spend in these rooms?
Not a lot. At the moment, it's nice to come in and warm up when it's a bit cool outside.
So from here, the molasses is then taken where?
We store it in the wells, and from there straight into our fermentation process. We start introducing our yeast to the molasses, and that's where the fermentation and the rum making begins.
How long does it take for a bottle of Bundy to be produced?
If we're talking about the distilled rum, not that long. You know, we can pump this molasses through. 36 hours is our fermentation time, and distillation is almost instantaneous, only a few hours there. So certainly from this molasses leaving this well, within a few days, it's immature raw rum. And then of course it's the 2-year, the long wait for maturation is the main length of time.
If I took a dive in here, what would happen?
I don't advise it.
Won't do it.
We don't know. We speak about it quite a bit with the viscosity of the molasses and the density of it. Whether you'd be able to tread water, we don't really know. So we certainly don't advise you going in. And it'd be quite sticky.
Oh my God, I just think about, imagine getting it out of your hair.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be a real drama.
It'd be a mess.
It's really hard to describe the smell in here. It's like a really intense sugar, sort of boozy as well. I don't know if that's right, but the smell and the colour of it all, it's intoxicating. Though I'm curious to see if I could walk on it. I think I'm ready for a drink now, so I'm heading into the barrel house to meet Sarah, who has a little test set up for me. Sarah, tell me about what you do here.
Well, I'm the Liquid Development and Innovation Manager here at the Bundaberg Rum Distillery. My job is to work with the team here to come up with new blends, new liquids, to create new products that excite our customers.
That sounds like a fun gig.
It's pretty good, yeah. I really enjoy it.
I saw on the wall in the museum there were many different varieties. There's the original blend, and then we also saw some of the fancier blends.
So here at the distillery, we mature all our rum here on site. It's all matured in wood. We either mature in our large wooden vats, which are 75,000 litres, or we mature in our small barrels as well. When we mature in our small barrels, we can create really different flavoured rums. We use these flavours of the rums to create our premium products, which we've launched recently and won some awards overseas.
So when you talk about adding different flavours, how does it work? Are you physically putting different things in the rum, or is it about the wood?
It's all about the maturation process. So we have our fermentation and distillation process, but when it comes to maturation, that's when you can really start playing around with different types of flavours into your rum. So we have barrels that have had port in them, sherry, bourbon, and even Scotch whisky. We found over the years, when we add our rum to it, we get different flavour compounds coming through. And we've used that knowledge in the last 7 years to create a premium rum range with different flavour types of rum that has won awards around the world.
Lots of awards, I've heard.
Yes, we're very excited and very happy about them, very proud.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
I see some samples here. My eyes have been drawn to them. What are we looking at here, and do I get to taste it?
Absolutely, you can
Great.
be involved in it. So as I said, all of the rum is matured here on site. Once it hits a certain age, and it's generally 2 years, it's what becomes mature rum. And what we do then, it goes through a quality process. And one part of that process is actually looking at doing these quality checks on the tasting of our rum.
Okay.
So
Yep.
this tasting panel is done on every single vat of rum that comes to 2 years age at this site. It is done by our team here, expert panelists, and the expert panelists on site are every single person that works on this distillery.
Great. How do we get a job here? Sounds like a good gig.
We're all trained to do
Everyone's
it.
testing?
And as we have so many maturing rums on site, generally these panels are happening every single day.
Oh, amazing. We don't even get free coffee at my work. You get this.
It's a very exciting and it's a very fun part of the role, and everyone's trained to do it.
Fantastic. Okay, so we've got some samples here.
What you have in front of you is a mature 2-year-old rum. You've got 2 samples and you have 3 glasses. So one sample is what we call our control sample. So it's basically the rum and the flavour profile that we're looking to hit when we finish maturation.
Okay.
And the other sample is our mature rum that we're wanting to panel it against.
It's like a test.
It's absolutely
I'm ready for it.
2 of the samples are the same and 1 is different.
Am I in trouble if I don't get the sample?
Absolutely not. If you get it wrong, it means we're doing our job really well, because it
Right.
means we've matured our rum to just the right perfection.
All right, this is sample 471.
Yep. So we have a little smell.
Smells good. Straight in. Okay.
Okay, next one.
Yep. Oh. Okay. I think that tastes a bit different. Oh, yep.
Then we have the last one.
Oh gosh.
Yep. And now you just have to have a think. If you think one of them is different, you're supposed to just circle the one you think is different. Write down any sensory notes from the nose, the palate, that you find the difference,
Okay.
whether it's good or bad.
All right. Oh gosh, I prefer them all. Is there just tick all boxes?
You can tick all boxes if you like them.
My first impression was that this is the different one. These feel a bit sweeter, but oof.
I was struggling with this one as well. I think the Blaney team have done a good job with this one, but I would think this one is a little bit different. It's just got a bit more oak on the nose for me.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have a quick look and
Okay,
see.
let's reveal. Bit nervous.
I can say that I did get it right, but unfortunately you did get it wrong. But that's okay, like I say.
I'm just new. I'm new to this.
Most of the time, the panels will all, like, people will get them wrong in panels. As I said, means we're doing a good job. But every now and then you do get a difference, and it's not a bad thing at all. In fact, these are the panels that I'm most interested in from a liquid development point of view, because it means there's something special about them. And those are the ones that we tend to leave aside for a bit longer to age in wood, and then we also look at to use for innovations. So it's a very important part of the quality process, the taste panel,
Yeah.
and one of the funner jobs on the distillery as well.
Well, I've really enjoyed learning about this process, and I've heard that I'm going to make my own blend, which thrills me. I hope I get it right.
Absolutely. I might have to have a look at your blend when you finish as well.
Maybe we could go into business together, Sarah. I feel like this could be a career for me. I'm suitably warmed up now and ready to blend. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I'm in the Bundaberg Barrel House, and Duncan's back to guide me through making my own blend. Duncan, this is very exciting. I feel like we're going to get hands-on. What are we going to do today?
So this is where we give people the opportunity to do what we do every day and love, and that is make rum. So I'm going to take you on a bit of a blend your own rum experience.
Fantastic. Where do we start?
So-
When do I get to taste things?
Well, very soon. So we've got 5 rums straight from the barrel here. You can't buy these rums anywhere. So you've got rum that's been matured in sherry barrels, port barrels, bourbon barrels, Scotch whiskey barrels, and heavy charred American oak barrels. We're going to have a smell and a taste of these rums.
Okay.
And then I'm going to teach you how to blend them.
Let's do it.
The rum matured in sherry barrels is one of our rums that's Aleisha in profile. So let's start with that one. That's a great spot to
All
start.
right, let's do it. Just a sippy?
Just a smell and a sip.
Oh, yeah, right.
You like it?
Okay, it's dry.
Dry and a little bit sweet.
Sweet.
A few really nice floral aromas in there as well, we find. So
All right, this is good. Do we move on?
move into the port barrels, the bourbon barrels, Scotch whiskey barrels, and heavy charred American oak barrels.
Let's get this party started,
do
yeah?
it.
All right. Port barrel, here we go. Okay, I'm getting a lot more, a full flavour. Feels a bit stronger to me.
A little bit stronger, you're absolutely right. It's bigger and bolder in character, but it's got those really nice kind of dried fruitcake type of notes to it as well. So I actually find this liquid really complementary with the sherry barrel liquid here.
Okay.
Now what we're trying to do here is, before we actually start blending these liquids together, is try and find, out of these liquids that we've got, which are the ones that are kind of resonating with you. It's almost a bit of a process of elimination here.
Okay, that was the bourbon. I like bourbon, so that to me instantly was like, it's a recognisable taste.
That's right, really nice, sweeter vanilla type of notes we find in this liquid.
That's Moorish.
That's right, very Moorish, and another great liquid for blending.
Yeah, all right, I'm getting a good sense of this now. Okay, I'm moving on to the Scotch barrels. I feel like this is going to be smokier.
This one's smoky.
Oh, I'm getting that. Okay, here we go. Woo! Yeah, getting it here. A lot of that.
Very peaty.
Peaty.
So
Good word.
these were ex-Scotch whiskey barrels that we got from Lagavulin, from the Isla region over
Can you
in
say it with
Scotland.
an accent, please?
One thing I don't do is accents. So,
I was going to give it a go, but I think it would be offensive. All right, I like a bit of smoke, but I don't want
That's
too
right.
much smoke.
no,
So let's go to the heavy charred smoke and see how that goes.
heavy charred American oak barrels.
Okay, good. Wow, that's a heavy, smoky, full. I quite like it actually. I was expecting to be a bit blown away, but that's quite nice.
You're pretty good. You're very good at picking out the different flavours here. So this is 10-year-old Bundaberg Rum, matured in heavy charred American oak barrels. And we've picked this liquid for the Bundy fans.
Right.
So it's like your Bundy original, but because it's had that 10 years on oak, it's got a little bit more character to it, but also to a little bit of refined quality.
Okay, I've tried all of the variety of liquids, but how do we then bring it all together?
So today we are making something a little bit special. You're right, we are making the Aleisha blend, a 700ml bottle. So today though, we're going to keep the maths pretty easy.
Thank you.
So we are going to make some 7ml blends in your empty glass here. Once we've got the recipe right,
Yep.
we're going to multiply it by 100. We're going to go up to the barrels. You're going to pour the liquid out of the barrels
Great.
yourself and put it in your bottle to take home.
This is very exciting and I can't wait to share this with my friends and also say, I made this.
That's right. It'll be your one-of-a-kind blend that can never be repeated.
Good. Thinking through what I like. I really enjoyed the smokiness, but I think I only want a little bit of this.
Right, good choice.
Good, thank you. Also love bourbon, this flavour here. Gonna take this one. And I feel like we need a bit of sweetness to top it off. So I'm gonna do a little bit of sherry.
I reckon that's a good mix.
You think?
Great mix. Let's
All right.
try it out.
Okay, let's do it. All right, this is back at high school now. I feel like I'm in, is it a pipette?
So we're making 7ml blends.
Okay, so
here today.
so I only want 1 ml of this, so I'm gonna start with this. Oh, close enough.
There we go, that's about right.
Great, and I think...
So we're going to put that into your empty
yes,
glass
good.
there.
Good start.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I think I want to go a bit heavier on this one.
Yeah, this one seemed like it was your favourite.
I really enjoyed it.
Yep. So
So, what do you reckon, 4?
4 ml sounds good.
What?
So you got about 2 there.
Come on, mate. I've forgotten how to use a pipette.
There we go, about 2.5 there.
2.5, I'll do a second dip.
Yep. And then we'll go for another 1.5 mils there. Spot on.
Great, gosh. Should be a scientist. And then sherry, how much have we got left, mathematician?
So we've got 4 mils, you've done 1 mil, so we just need 2
2
mils
mils.
of the
Let's add a
sherry
bit of
barrel there.
sweetness for the
Yeah.
2 and see how we go with that. Oh my God, who can't use a pipette? Dumb.
So squeeze it out before you put it in.
Squeeze it out?
Yeah.
All right, get in there, Aleisha's
Okay,
blend.
so we've got our 7 mils. Give it a little swirl.
Oh yeah,
Have a little smell.
smells good.
Smells good?
I like it.
How's it taste?
Come on. Oh, that's nice.
Pretty good?
It's pretty good.
Great.
I'm a bit on myself.
Well, let's make a bottle of it.
I think we should. Good on me. With my formula complete, it's time to head over to the barrels.
So these are our 5 different rums. You've got your rum matured in bourbon barrels, sherry barrels, Scotch whiskey barrels, port barrels, and heavy charred American oak barrels. Now, this was the one that you loved.
I did.
The rum matured in bourbon barrels.
Yes.
And we need 400 mils of
Let's
this
do
liquid.
it. Science. This is science. Very important work. Stop it now. Good. Pop it in here.
That's it.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Good start. And now for the others. In you go, Sherry. Get in there, charred oak. Oh, look at that. Good amber. There it is, the Aleisha mix. Smells good.
Smell like it should?
Yep. It's exactly how I wanted it to smell.
Well, let's go put it in a bottle.
Let's do it, okay. Bit nervous, but excited. This could be a big moment for me, Duncan. This could be the beginning of a... This bottle is going to be in that wall. Your amazing marketing.
You've nailed the blend and you're nailing the pour.
Oh, thank you. I feel like this is my true calling.
There we go. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put a cork in it.
Yes.
I'm going to put a capsule on it for you.
Oh, thank you.
And then you're going to take home your own bottle of Aleisha's blend.
Thank you very much. Hello, my beauty. But wait, I can't drink this bottle. It's too precious. Luckily, the team at Bundy are all over this dilemma, so they give you 2. 1 to drink and 1 to, well, in my case, another one probably just to drink.
So you get 2, 1 to take home and keep as your souvenir, and 1 to drink with your friends. And the best part of the experience is we actually keep your recipe here on site at the distillery. So when you need more, just give us a call. We'll make it up and we'll ship it to your house.
I'm going to put you on speed dial. Well, my time here is almost up, but I can't leave without a quick exit through the gift shop. I'm here in the gift shop and I'm just looking for something a little low-key to remember my trip by. I think this will do. Before I go, one last drink at the bar with Paula. I've done the tour, now I have to try the end product. Paula, I would love to try a Cellar top shelf for me, thank you.
Definitely go straight to the top shelf for you.
I like your attitude.
Lovely.
Also, I've got a certificate. I am a blend master, and I think this proves this could be a new career for me. A happy blending career.
There you go. There is
Thank
one
you.
sensational Cellar.
Smells good.
You certainly learnt a lot in your blending class.
Oh, I learnt so much. I love it. Top shelf it is. Very nice. What's your favourite drink?
It just depends on the day of the week, Aleisha, for me. But
Good answer.
I would love to give you one of our amazing Royal Liqueurs, which are one of our exclusive products that are only available here at the Rum Distillery.
Good, I love the word exclusive. Can I have another sip of this while we're doing it?
Perfect. This is one of our sensational Royal Liqueurs.
Ooh.
Coffee and chocolate all the way. There you go.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Lovely.
All right, here we go. Oh, that smells great. Oh my gosh.
Sweet, decadent.
So you know you can only buy this here at the distillery, so I'll be stocking up before I go home. Thank you,
Sounds
Paula.
good. You're most welcome, Aleisha.
I've had such fun here today. I've learned about blending, I've learned about the process of making rum. Cheers, Paula.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Well, that was a big day. So I think it's time to hit the coast. Just outside Bundaberg, Bargara is the perfect place to unwind after a hard day's work. After a full day of rum tasting and becoming a rum blending expert, it's time for me to take in this gorgeous sunset and potentially have a little rum nap. That's all for today on the Cellar Door Australia. We'll see you soon.